After the meteoric rise of the Guitar Hero franchise, the series saw something of a potentially worrying split when developer Harmonix took off to go do Rock Band, and development duties were handed over to Tony Hawk creators Neversoft. That might sound like a really bad thing, but it seems like Neversoft really got the hang of things pretty quickly. Guitar Hero 3 is, by all accounts, Guitar Hero. It is everything you've come to expect from the series, with some new mode additions that maybe aren't quite so great, but the core gameplay is still really awesome, if also really, really hard. The key thing about Guitar Hero 3 is that from a gameplay standpoint, it hasn't changed a whole lot in terms of the mechanics. You still have, your guitar with the 5 fret buttons and the strummer. You're still trying to hit the notes in time. There are some little subtle differences, like the fact that the game will actually track your note streaks as you play, and the hammer-ons and pull-offs are a little bit easier this time around. But otherwise, there's no real major gameplay difference, apart from the fact that the songs are just a lot harder than they were in any previous Guitar Hero game. Part of it is the song selection, which definitely goes to the well with a lot more of the heavy metal and just like really fast stuff. There's also just a lot more emphasis on 3-button chords and just really complex patterns with the notes and solos and whatnot. And then there's the Dragon Force song, which is just completely insane. At the same time, though the game is super hard, there are a lot of really great songs, making up probably the best track list that's ever been in a Guitar Hero game. The game uses the same sort of basic career progression as the previous Guitar Hero sequels, though at the same time they've added in these little animated cutscenes that kind of try and give a bit of context to the whole thing, but not really so much, they're just kind of there. There's also a co-op career mode, which is separate from the regular career mode. You and a friend can just go through and play all the songs cooperatively. Incidentally, that is the only way you can play the songs cooperatively in the game, because there is no quick play co-op option. You can't just jump into the game, play co-op any song. You have to unlock them all in the co-op mode. However, the Xbox 360 version comes with a day one content patch that actually adds a co-op quick play mode. So if your Xbox 360 is hooked up to Xbox Live, you'll be able to get this patch. If it isn't, you won't. And if you have any of the other versions of the game, right now you can't. One addition to the game that is not so great is the addition of Battle Mode. This is a lot like the basic face-off mode, except instead of star power, there are these little power-ups you can use. So when you hit a series of notes and get a power-up, you tilt the guitar and you can attack the person next to you by breaking a string on there, or overloading their amp, or upping the difficulty on their side and basically trying to screw them up. It's an interesting idea, but it doesn't work very well. The problem is that most matches will probably end within 20 to 30 seconds because the other person won't be able to recover fast enough. This same mode is sort of transferred into the career mode in boss battles, where you fight a few legendary guitar players such as Slash and Tom Morello in these little head-to-head duels using the battle mode mechanics. A considerably better addition to the series is online play. The Xbox 360, PS3, and Wii versions are all online. You can just jump into basic matches. And on Wii and 360, you can go up against your friends as well, but unfortunately the PS3 version does not have any sort of friends list feature whatsoever. The options for playing are the same as offline. You can play cooperatively, you can play both the face-off modes, and you can play battle mode if you really want to. Between the 4 versions of the game that are available, the basic gameplay and modes are all pretty much the same. The PS2 version isn't online, but as far as the way they play, it's pretty much identical. The Xbox 360 version of the game does come with a new wireless guitar bundle. It's a lot like the old 360 guitar controller, except it's shaped a little bit differently, better strap design, whammy bar works better, buttons feel better, so if you want an upgrade over the Guitar Hero 2 controller, it's not a bad way to go with this. PlayStation 3 version uses basically the same guitar controller, only it uses a little dongle you have to plug in to get the wireless to work. Otherwise, it's functionally the same guitar, and since there are no other options on the PlayStation 3, since the first time the game has appeared on that platform, you should probably get the bundle. PlayStation 2 version also uses the dongle, and it does come with a new guitar bundle. Unless you really want a wireless guitar on the PS2, you probably don't need to go with the bundle on that one, just because the guitar doesn't really feel much better than the old PS2 guitars, apart from the fact that it's wireless. The Wii guitar is perhaps the most interesting one in that it uses the Wii remote for all the tilt functionality. You actually plug the thing into a little wire in the back of the guitar, snap it up, and you can see the Wii remote like inside the guitar. Also, while you're playing, if you miss notes, like the little sounds will come out of the speaker on the Wii remote, and it actually rumbles when you're in star power. The thing about Guitar Hero 3 is that while it is still a hell of a lot of fun, it's not necessarily the best starting point for the series if you've never played one of these games before. The extreme difficulty of the game on Hard and Expert makes it very geared toward the people who've already played a bunch of Guitar Hero, already know how to do these insane solos, and have a pretty good handle on the mechanics. At the same time, the game is still great fun. It's got a long and fantastic track list, and it's still one of the better party games out there. If you already love Guitar Hero, this one's pretty much a no-brainer, and if you've never played one of these games before, it's at least worth a look.